Warning: the following may contain spoilers for How to Train Your Dragon, as it is a crossover loop with How to Train Your Dragon. You are kidding. The small green Toothless looked over at his, unusually four-legged, companion through time and space.
Afraid not. This place is mainly populated by ponies.
As Hiccup, well, his memory said he was called Hocus Hiccup, which was even worse than normal, contemplated this, a cyan Pegasus came through the door.
Hey, Twi, what's the plan for... You're not Twilight. Where is she?
Hiccup rolled his eyes. Never seen her before. Is she the local loop anchor? I think I've replaced her.
Dunno what anchor you're talking about, don't care. Where is she, Buster?
Hiccup and Toothless exchanged glances.
Welcome to your first fused loop, then.
Sorry, you're not getting your friend Twilight, right? This loop. I'm taking her place for all intents and purposes. The cyan Pegasus looked suspicious for another second, then closed her eyes and concentrated. Hiccup felt some strange, deep magic pulse for a moment.
Okay, yeah, she's not anywhere I can feel for some reason. I'll believe you. For now. Until AJ can give you a look over anyway.
Another looper? Sorry, another time-looping person?
Yeah, she is. Oh, I'm Rainbow Dash. But you can call me Awesome.
Suddenly, I'm reminded of Astrid, Hiccup muttered to Toothless, who nodded in return. As Nightmare Moon proclaimed her eternal reign, Hiccup looked to the 5 native loopers. This happens every time?
Like clockwork,
the orange pony, AJ, said wearily.
Last few times, Twi had us blast her with the elements mid-speech for the hell of it.
Does it have to be that? Or can she be defeated another way?
She can, the pink pony said. We usually use Spikezilla every 20 or so loops.
Right. Toothless, you're on. The little dragon nodded and ran forward. As the girls gasped, he swelled and shifted form into the 20-foot little lithe predator from Burke, then took wing.
Fun fact,
Hiccup said brightly. Toothless's breed of dragon is called the Night Fury. They're nearly invisible in the dark, and they've evolved as ambush predators around other flying entities at night. Blue flame shot through the air and erupted on something overhead.
Wing! 2 points!
The next shot was green.
Oh, cool. The postal magic can mix in with my fire. Hey, Hiccup?
Yeah?
I just found out how to teleport other objects at ranged.
Hiccup winced in sympathy for any enemy they would fight in the future. Ever. Except possibly Aizen, who frankly deserved it. A green fire burned overhead for a moment, and a startled-looking Princess Luna slammed into the ground horn first. Toothless alighted next to her, looking incredibly smug, and shifted back to his loop-native form.
I just teleported her armor right off her. Who's awesome?
Pinky raised a hoof.
Oh, I know this one! It's Dash!
You know it! Toothless looked slightly deflated.
Whatever. Regardless, Ryder, that power is a keeper.
Fluttershy eeped.
Did you say Ryder? As in Dragon Rider?
Yeah, I'm normally bipedal. Human, actually, if that means anything to you. All of them were staring at him. Rarity spoke first.
You mean Lyra was actually right?
With a sigh, Toothless reached into Hiccup's mane, connected to his subspace pocket, and pulled out some projection equipment. We're going to have to give them the welcome to the multiverse talk. Why is it always us?
Ranma's having a year off, Hiccup suggested,
then sniggered at the thought of how he'd take this universe.
Wild horse indeed, especially since the gender ratio seemed about 5-1 in favor of female here.
Meanwhile, in an entirely different universe, Harry Potter watched with interest as Quirrellmort was used as a ping-pong ball by the unicorn he tried to kill.
And this is for basing your strategy on inadequate research!
Note to self, make sure this unicorn never meets Hermione. A phoenix flamed in for a moment, then vanished toward Hagrid's hut and the young dragon within. Huh, I thought he didn't feel like Fox, and Norbert wasn't female. Wonder if that's linked somehow.
So how do we beat Discord this time? Dash asked. New guy, you got any ideas?
Hiccup mulled over everything he'd been told about the Chaos entity.
Okay, I know. I'll befriend him. We tried that. Pinky's the only one who can do it reliably. Fluttershy sometimes works too.
You're not familiar with Nohonoha's world. The word has a different meaning there. Toothless? The rest of them looked over to the black dragon, and didn't find him. Instead, there was a small black octahedron. Stand by. Ready. Hiccup picked Toothless's device for him up in a huff. Right, let's go. Ah, hello, Discord said, emerging from the stained-glass window. Hiccup tilted his head, examining the magic. Okay, this'll work. With a thought, he transferred Raising Dragon to his back, where it transformed into a kind of harness with a pair of gigantic cannons. Set up. Blaster 3. With a grin, Hiccup planted his hoof. The floor cracked, and string music came from nowhere. I always wanted to do this. Firing lock is cancelled. Oh, I saw this, Discord said, sounding nervous. Can't remember how it ended, though. Cartridge load. Divine Buster. Right, that was it! The Draconiquus fled the palace through the window. Pinky grinned. I remember this video, too! Her voice changed slightly. He's going to blast right through the walls? Oh, dear sweet mother of Celestia! Said Deity's eyes widened, just before the gigantic eruption of magic demolished one of the load-bearing walls of her palace. Owie! Discord said, coughing out smoke. There didn't seem to be much else to say.